How did you first hear about the VGA scholarship program?
My mom sent it to me and she was like, you should apply to this, you need the money. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. I was already in old school, so I'm a second year at Georgia State, so I knew I was gonna use it on art supplies or books or something like that, which is what I did. My dream is to travel the world and sell my art, but in order to be able to market myself, I have to know business basics. And so some mentors and my parents, stuff like that, they told me that I should take business classes as well, and I was like, why not just double major? Like, why not go all the way if I'm gonna do it? I feel like the most important lessons I've learned is how to market myself and make those connections so that people can reach out and you can reach out to them, and just building your own community of supporters and all that kind of stuff, so that whenever something goes wrong or you need help with a certain project or just anything, honestly, they can help you out or you can help each other. It helps a lot because you can reach out and then they'll just post things and like just tell you about certain events that are happening where you can meet people that are older than you that will then show you, things that you should be interested in or like you should read about, stuff like that. So it's always helpful. I was raised by artists, so my whole family's artists basically, and so I've honestly been creating since I was little. Like I don't know, I've always loved art, I feel like when I decided I could actually do this as a career and make money off of it was maybe in high school. Once I started selling my art, I realized, I could like live off of this, like this could be a real thing. And so senior year of high school, I had an opening show and I made a good amount of money selling everything I made that year. And I was like, this is good, so I decided to major in it. Okay, so let's backtrack. I started off with sewing. That was my main thing. I loved fiber arts, anything like crocheting, quilting, all of that. I loved it. And then I got into ceramics, and that was kind of like a 4-year thing in high school. And then last year, I got really into woodworking and building like furniture and jewelry and all that kind of stuff. And then currently, I'm getting more into metal and soldering and like things like that, welding and all that. But I feel like ceramics will always have a special part in my heart because it's the main thing that like showed me that I could make money off of my art, and so I feel like that's always my strongest piece. I save everything. Like, it's kind of ridiculous how much I save. I'll reuse things or like any scraps, like for sewing wise, like I was saying during quarantine, I had a giant bin just of scraps that instead of going out and buying new fabric, I would go to the thrift store and buy old sheets or like old clothes and then use those fabrics to make something else, or then use those scraps from those fabrics to make other things. Like I did a lot of patchwork stuff out of my giant bin of scraps. I think it's really important because there's so much textile waste already in the world, so why not use that to create art instead of just throwing it away?